Assalamu alaikum my YouTube family. Today I am here to teach you subject economics, and today I choose a very interesting topic, and my approach is to select that topic that include in the syllabus in a series. So I upload every lecture in a series wise. Lecture 1 is in the syllabus is lecture 1, and the second is lecture 2 that I upload according to the syllabus. So it's a very fruitful to all of you because I upload all the lecture in a proper series, and everybody know about it that I start lecture with every and each thing I mention in front all of you. First of all, I mention a date. Today it's my second lecture, and what's the date of today is 3rd October 2022, and the subject is economics. In the 10 days I complete the so many topics of economics. Inshallah we'll do it, and inshallah we will complete it. And what's the day? Monday. Very good, you all are with me. Yes, today the topic that I try to inject the concept of determinations of demand and supply. What's the topic name? Determination of demand and supply. It's the topic, determination of demand and supply. Today the topic of discussion is determination of demand and supply. Okay guys, before I start lecture, I cleared the concept in for the student. First is demand. What is demand? Everybody know about it, demand, but here is remind something. What is demand? Basically the amount of thing. Demand, the amount of thing. The amount of thing. The amount of thing. What is demand? The amount of thing. Everybody know the amount of things that customers desire to purchase. The amount of things that customers desire to purchase. Everybody know it. And have the purchasing power to acquire a variety of prices. Amount of thing that customer desire to purchase and have the purchasing power. Obviously a person who have a purchasing power, that only a person can purchase something, and that purchasing power to acquire a variety. Understand? It's a demand. Everybody know that the topic name determination of demand and supply. After the determination we have to know about demand and the supply. We know that what is demand. Demand is basically the amount of things that customer desire to purchase and power to acquire a variety. And second thing is that need to know supply. Second is supply. 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 Basically the amount of a commodity. Provide in a market is determined not just by the price of the commodity, amount of commodities. Basically, if we remember supply, everybody knows that the word supplies give the directions of the amount of a commodity, amount of a commodity. Everybody understand? Supply, the amount of a commodity. I hope you all understand very well. Provide in the market is determined into just by the price of the commodity. Provide in the market. Provide in the market. Provide in the market is determined not just by the price. Everybody clear? Is determined not just the price of the commodities. Okay, I hope you all understand the relation of demand and supply, that amount of thing that customers desire and to purchase and power to acquire, and supply, the amount of a commodity provide in the market is determined not just the price. Next we move further. Elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is economic to measure the change. Measure the elasticity is basically in changing. Measure the change in quantity demanded of a product when there is a fluctuation in its price. Electricity of demand is equal to change. I clear one thing, that price elasticity of demand is equal change in quantity demand. Change in quantity demand divided by percentage change in price. Change in price. Understand? PED. PED is equal to change in quantity demand over percentage change in price. Change in price. Elasticity of demand is this. Now we discuss factor affecting the price. What's the factor? What's the factor affecting the price? Factor affecting the price. Factor affecting the price. First is availability of substitutes, types and nature of products, income, price and time. Some factors are affected, like everybody know availability of substitute. If substitute is available, types, nature of product. Now we discuss more. First is nature or type of good. Nature or type of goods. Demand for a good is affected by its nature. Demand affected by its nature. Demand affected by its nature. By its nature. Everybody understand? different goods can be necessity goods, a comfortable goods, or a luxurious good. ठीक है, demand affect by its nature. Some commodities have a demand for necessities, for a good, a comfort, so many reasons behind this. Second is availability of substitute. Something is available, availability of substitute. Option is substitutes. Price elasticity of demand for a good with a large number, with a large number of substitute available. The availability of a large number of close substitute increase the sensitivity against change in price. The substitute that is close, like so many milk bags in the market, all per milk bag. These are the substitutes. If one milk is shortage in the market, so we purchase another and we use them. It's the availability of substitute, understand? And price elasticity of demand. In the price elasticity of demand for a goods with a large number of substitute available. Availability of large number of close substitute increase the sensitivity. The closest substitute increase the sensitivity against change in price. Next is every student understand. Next is price level. Understand price level. Students, price level, goods that fall in a higher price segment more likely to have high elasticity. Price level. Goods fall in a higher price, or more likely to have high elasticity, and more likely to have इनमें देन फिर क्या होगा, इनमें हाई इलेक्ट्रिसिटी होगी, इलास्टिसिटी, देन हाई इलास्टिसिटी होगी इसकी वजह से second is fourth one is income level. Society is divided into two classes, upper and lower. Society divided into two classes, upper and lower. Obviously, based on lifestyle, both based on lifestyle. There is a difference in a lifestyle. So, everybody know that society divided into two segments, lower and upper. When prices is high, the lower section not be able to purchase anything, but higher class sustain our lifestyle, but lower classes difficult to fulfill basic necessities. Can we move to the next point? Time period. Next is time period. Next factor, time period. Price elasticity of demand. What I'm saying? Price elasticity of demand varies directly with the time period. Price directly with the time period. The given time period can be as short as a day and as long as several years. Directly proportion to the time. Directly proportional. What's the relation? Directly proportional. Directly proportional. Okay, I repeat all the points. First of all, today the date is 3rd October, subject is economics, and day is Monday. And the topic of today is determination of demand and supply. First of all, clear the concept of demand and supply. Demand, amount of things that customers desire to purchase and power to acquire a variety. And supply, amount of our commodities provided in the market is determined into just in price. Next, we learn about elasticity of demand. Next, we learn about PED is equal to CQD, change in quantity demand divided by change in price. Factor affecting the price. These are the factors that affecting the price. First is nature or types of good affected. Demand affected by its nature, and other is availability substitute, some nearest closest substitute or sensitive, and price level. Good fall in a higher price high elasticity. Income level. Society divided into two categories, higher and lower. If the price factor affecting the lifestyle also. Time periods, it's a directly proportion to the price is directly proportion to the time. I hope so you all understand very well. Can I move to the next? Yes, students. Determinants of demand. Determinants of demand. What's the determinant of demand? Price of the commodities. Price of the commodities. The price of the product. Second is price of related good. Price of related good. Nearest closest commodity and price of the good. Taste and preference also determinant of demand. Taste and preference. Consumer expectation. These are the determinants of demand. Price of commodity, price of related good, taste and preference, consumer expectation. What consumer expect. So what's consumer expectations is also determined on demand, also affected on demand. Expectation of future price, income or availability, and of course populations, its size, income distribution, age distributions, all and everything involved in this. According to the supply and demand theory, the price of a product is determined by its availability and customer demand. Supply and demand theory, price of a product is determined by availability and customer demand. Everybody understand very well? Can I move to the next point? Student very well understand supply. The amount of a commodity provide in the market is determined not just by the price of the commodity, it's a supply. Now it's a time to move further to discuss about determinants of supply. Are you ready? Yes, my all beautiful students. In economics, graphic representation of the relationship between product price and quantity of product. For example, relationship. I show a relationship. What? I show a relationship. Relationship between price and quantity. First of all, I draw a diagram. Firstly, it's a price and it's a quantity. For example, it's a price of any commodity, okay, 2010, and the quantity this and this. Quantity increase also increase at the rate and price is also increasing, but at which point they meet together, like from this point of quantity meet from this and this make a curve. It's a demand and it's a supply. Demand and supply. More, it's it's graphic. This graph is for the relationship between quantity and price. I will show next graph the indifference curve. Indifference curve. First quantity, second quantity, third quantity, and make a curve like that. Okay, commodity Y and commodity X. This is the point where substitute X, substitute, there is a X and it's the substitute Y. So at this point we purchase it. So graphic representation is very important in the economics. I hope so you all understand very well. Now I move to the next. Everybody learn about determinants of demand. Now it's a time to learn about determinants of supply. Determinants of supply. Determinants of supply. Taxes and subsides. Taxes and subsides. Producers. Technology. Yes. Price of factor of productions. Price of factor of protection. Commodities, price of commodities. Yes, these are the determinants of supply. First is taxes and subsides. Taxes, yeah, obviously we all pay taxes when anything supply. It's also include added with us taxes. And producer, technology, price of factors of production. Price of factor, which factors are included in which they also include the prices and price of commodities. What's the price of commodities also include. I hope so you all understand very well that first of all now I will reteach again in a very shortly within 2 to 3 minutes. It's a time to wind up a lecture, but we review whole lecture at one time more. So are you ready to again recall all the things? Today we learn about determination of demand and supply. Okay, and firstly I clear the concept about demand and then supply. Demand, amount of things, and supply, amount of commodities. Commodities provides in the market, and demand, what's the demand? Demand, amount of thing that customers desire to purchase. After that we learn about elasticity. In a demand, how much elasticity. इलास्टिसिटी में डिमांड में कितनी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होती है, किस चीज़ की डिमांड है तो उसमें कितनी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, उसके कुछ फैक्टर उस पर अफेक्ट करते हैं जैसे कि नेचर और टाइप्स ऑफ गुड्स, अवेलेबिलिटी सब्स्टिट्यूट्स, प्राइस लेवल, income level, time period. These are the factors. Time period directly proportional. Income level, society divided into two classes. So that's elasticity of demand also affected. Nature of types of good. Some people purchase for luxuries, some necessities, so many other. Availability substitutes, like so many nearest availability, so it increases sensitivity against change in price. Price level, and also go through relationship between price and quantity. What's the point where these both are met, and second indifference curve, and we learn about that in economics. Graphical relationships so important to present anything. And in the last we discuss about determinations of demands and supply. Determination of demand is price of the commodities, price of related goods, taste and preference, consumer expectations, population. And determinants of supply, taxes and subside, producer, technology, price of factors of products, and price of commodities. These are determinations. So many questions regarding this topic in the past paper. I suggest all of you to search out the question in the past paper related to this topic. Share with me and write a question related to this topic in a comment, and inshallah I will also do it. And next video, that 2 to 3 topics I covered that, and after that I discussed a past paper also. Daily we discussed our past paper also. Best of luck, and inshallah we'll do our best, and we do it. Just remember, we do it and we do it. Best of luck. Goodbye.